Hello, Public Speaking 2010. I hope you guys have already started your awesome winter break. We will be doing an online version of public speaking, which I know sounds strange. How weird is it to do online public speaking? However, I have full faith that this will be a great semester. This is my technically second semester teaching. I started in the fall. So for this course, it's extremely condensed, which means we're going to be going through information rather quickly. However, you guys can do it. I believe in you. I will get your assignments back to you as soon as possible, as long as you're able to turn them into me as soon as possible. This course goes over a lot of information as far as you'll be doing outlines for your speeches, you'll be doing various assignments throughout the semester, you'll be reading and doing quizzes as we go along. However, the beautiful part about taking this online is that it allows you to work at your own pace. You'll be able to go through the information as quickly or as slowly as you'd like. With that said, there will be 4 days, and those are your speech days, that you will be required to log on to what we call the Zoom room throughout the course of this month. And those 4 days, you will have the same time for those days, and you'll just log on for an hour, give your speech, and watch everyone else's speech in your group, and then log off, and you'll be done. Those days you'll be able to sign up for through the online WIO courses, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and start looking at our WIO courses shell and some of the tabs that will be useful for you throughout the semester. So right away, let's jump into the modules tab. If you're watching this video, then you've already figured out that the course introduction is where you're seeing this video, where you're getting an overview of what's going to happen throughout the semester. However, we then see the course syllabus. Well, just like any other class, the course syllabus goes over all of the requirements for this class. So again, we're a public speaking class. The 2 books that you will need for this class are A Concise Public Speaking Handbook, the 5th edition, and the ISBN is listed right there. It's a pretty easy one to find. It's either in the bookstore or you should be able to get it online, either one. There's also the second book that you'll need is the Speaking Out, a Public Speaking Workbook. And what this one does is this one is the workbook that you will be copying and typing all of your assignments from. This one is the workbook that we use for the actual in-class public speaking class as well, and that's why this one will be necessary. You can access this online through the link listed in the syllabus. So please feel free to take a look at that and check that out as you go through. So, as I had mentioned, online speech days. These speech days, there will be 4 of them. You will go through the link listed in the syllabus, and it will take you to a separate tab. You will sign up for a time slot. There are 4 of them listed, I believe. You will sign up for a time slot, and that will be your time for the 4 speech days throughout the semester. So one of the time slots is from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. If you sign up for that one, then that is the time that you will give all 4 of your speeches. So, first come, first serve. If you want to sign up for one of those and you have a specific time that works for you, then get on right away and go sign up. Otherwise, you might not get your first pick. Also, if you don't sign up for that, then you don't get the 5 points for that, and I have to assign you a time. So, make it easier on yourself, go sign up for what you'd like. Again, we will be using what's called Zoom. This allows us to all basically video conference, so it's like we're all together, but of course online. So Zoom is really nice. You're able to turn off your speaker or turn off your video, and you're able to just watch the person presenting. Zoom, for each Zoom day and each speech day, there will be a specific link for your group. You'll follow that link, and I will have the overall Zoom room set up. You don't even have to have a Zoom account. You just have to have internet and a camera, and that link will lead you right into our Zoom room, and you'll be able to join the conference. As soon as your group, everyone in your group has given their speech, you'll be able to log off, and then you'll be done with your day for that. This will work the same way for all 4 speeches. Now, Moving on from that, as I had mentioned, Group 1 will give speeches from 2 to 3 p.m., Group 2, 3:15 to 4:15, Group 3, 4:30 to 5:30, and Group 4, 6 to 7. So if you have a time that works better for you, then hurry and sign up. All of these speeches will be given throughout the week, so keep that in mind as you're preparing. Again, it's only 4 days, so if you do work, maybe take an hour off from work, or see if you can switch around a lunch schedule or something along those lines. Next, again, all of the speech days are listed in here. For the Zoom room, as I had mentioned, tomorrow you will be required, it's just a 5-point assignment, you will be required to log on to the Zoom room. This is just to make sure that you're able to log on, that all of your technology is working correctly, and this just allows you and I both to kind of get to know each other and introduce ourselves. You can stay on there for the full 45 minutes that it's up, or you can stay on there for 5 minutes. And if you have any questions, then will be the perfect time to ask me before we actually delve into all the material this semester. So please feel free to jump on there, ask me questions. It is an assignment. It's a simple 5 points. So maybe you're walking through Walmart and you jump on your phone for 5 minutes to say, hey, look, my Zoom works. I logged on. Great. That'll work perfect. Just make sure you do that tomorrow afternoon. I believe it's at 5 p.m. It's listed in the assignment section and on this syllabus. So again, look at your syllabus. Our first speech will be Friday, December 22nd, so right out the gate. This speech is shorter. It's basically an introduction speech telling me about you, telling me about important things in your life. The second speech will be Wednesday, January 3rd. Now this speech is a little bit longer, not too much, and this speech is just a how-to speech, so I've had people do how to bake cookies, how to change a tire, things like that. Make it something that you're actually interested in, but it needs to be a speech that you can do without researching how to do that. So my go-to would be how to bake chocolate chip cookies. I know how to do that without even looking at a recipe because I've done it so much. Do something along those lines, something you're comfortable with, something you can explain quickly, but also in enough detail that the class is going to understand it. Speech 3 is an informative speech. This can be on whatever subject you'd like, and you're going to inform us. You're going to tell us about this subject, why it's important, why it matters. Your final speech will be your persuasive policy speech. With this final speech, you'll also be doing a memo, and you'll be doing a fact value outline. Now, these are extra assignments. For each speech, you'll be doing an outline that you'll turn in before giving your speech. Now, you can still make speaking notes, you can still use your notes while giving your speech, but you have to make an outline for each one. For speech number 4, you'll not only make your normal outline, but before the speech, you'll be required to do a memo and a fact value. This is just kind of helping you build on this persuasive speech. It's helping you come up with all of your background, all of your research. It all goes hand in hand so that you're able to really form a comprehensive speech by the end of it. So, moving on from that, this fulfills the COM2 learning outcome required by the university, which I'm sure is probably why the majority of you are taking this class. But remember, public speaking is something that you'll use in your day-to-day life no matter what career you're going into. And taking it online is going to be even more helpful because, let's face it, the world is turning to technology. So from there, again, as I'd mentioned, there will be assignments with each module, and with each chapter, you'll have a reading, and you'll have an online lecture if you choose to watch that, and then you'll have quizzes at the end of each chapter, or you'll have a little assignment. Some of those assignments do come from the workbook. You'll be required to retype them and then submit them online, obviously because we're an online course. But with that said, the quizzes go along with the readings, so please make sure that you're doing the readings. Again, you can do them as quickly as you'd like. If you want to knock all of those quizzes out within a week, you're able to. This course will be completely open to you to move along at your own pace. Besides, of course, the required speech dates. As far as that goes, We also, again, are hitting that written communication with our outlines. The outlines are basically word for word what you want to say in each speech, and those are covered more in your actual workbook. Each one will have examples and format and a rubric that goes along with that, so you know exactly what you need to be covering. Finally, we're getting into the grading of this class. As we go along, your grading each grade will be worth more points. So your introductory speech is only 20 points, and then you move on to 100 points for your second speech, 100 points for your third, and then 150 for your fourth. So that fourth speech is really, you want to make sure that you focus on that you're getting all of the required information and all the different aspects of that covered. And we will have a midterm exam and a final exam, and then you'll have 2 critiques throughout the semester. One critique, you will record yourself, and then you will go back and say, oh, I liked what I did here, I can fix this, critiquing yourself. The other one will be just a video critique, so you'll go back, you'll video yourself, and then you'll go back and edit that. As I had mentioned, there's a persuasive speech outline, and then a written memo, the library research assignment, which is just going through, and that one is also in your workbook, going through and looking up different sources, using different information through the library, and using the online library database to find all the sources that you'll need for your final persuasive speech. This class is not a plus-minus class. We do full grades, so 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, etc. So no plus-minus. Again, the critique is listed out in more detail on the syllabus, as well as what will be expected for the exams. Unless you have a university excuse, you will not be excused from exams or from assignments. So please, please, if you're going to miss something, make sure that you get me that university excuse. As far as that's concerned, I know that we're on Christmas break right now, so if you run into some sort of difficulty where you know that you absolutely will not be here for that speech day, it can't happen, you will not have internet access, please email me at least a week in advance, and we can see what we can do. I am more than willing to work with people, but I need it to be because you have no way to access internet. So please take that into consideration beforehand. Look at all those dates, look at all those times. Let's really quick cover academic dishonesty. The University Regulation 802 defines academic dishonesty as an act attempted or performed which misrepresents one's involvement in an academic task in any way or permits another student to misrepresent the latter's involvement in an academic task by assisting the misrepresentation. It's a mouthful. Basically, don't copy your work from another class. Don't copy your work from a friend who's already taken this class. Don't do the same work as someone who's taking this class with you. Just create your own work, present your own work, and it won't be a problem. It's when you start copying other people's work or when you don't cite the sources that you're getting your information from that we run into the problem of academic dishonesty. So please, please, just do your own work and cite your sources and you'll be golden. As far as presentation etiquette, when someone else is presenting, turn off your microphone and please pay attention because they'll be able to see your face. They'll be able to see that you're not paying attention to them. So please, please pay attention for that hour time slot that you have to give speeches and that you have to be part of the class. As soon as you're done, you'll be able to go back to whatever you were doing during the day. Also, make sure that you're dressed professionally and giving this speech as though you were giving it in a business professional setting. So just be ready, be courteous, listen up to the students around you. If you need access to the Student Disability Services, the number is listed there as well as the room. Please just let me know, email me, tell me that you'll need different accommodations and I will be more than happy to help you out with that. If you need me to contact them or assist you in contacting them, there we go, then please just let me know. I will be more than happy to help. On that note, the course director information is listed at the bottom of the syllabus just in case you have any problems. But please try and contact me first. Please try and work with me first. And then we can move on from there if we can't seem to come to an agreement or figure out what the problem is. So, your January term will last from December 20th to January 19th, so it'll be a really quick course. We'll be moving through information quickly, and there's a lot of information to move through. Again, you'll be able to do it at your own pace. As you can see with the speech number 1, and this will be how every one of these is listed, here's that Zoom link that I was talking about earlier that you'll be able to click on. It will take you to the conference room, and then we'll all conference, well, the 6 of us in that group will conference for that hour time slot, and then you'll move on. So, on that note, let's just really quick go to the modules tab again and kind of look over. You'll see you have the course introduction, course syllabus, how speeches are presented, Zoom instructions, and then that Zoom room link assignment that I had told you about earlier. And as far as office hours, please just email me. If you have questions, email me, and if I don't get back to you within 24 hours, just send me a reminder email. Say, hi, I'm sorry to bug you again, but you didn't respond to my earlier email, and I really need this question answered, especially with as quickly as this class moves. If I don't respond, just send me that reminder and say, please answer my question. I will be more than happy to, and I get how that goes. So again, we've got Chapter 1, it lists out your readings, it gives you the online lecture, and then you'll have an assignment or a quiz to go along with that. And I think that about covers it. Again, the module section just goes ahead and lists out everything that you'll have to do. And, feel free to go through, play with some of the different tabs on here. The syllabus lists out a lot of it. The syllabus lists out all the links for the Zoom room. Make sure that if you have a specific time slot that you want of those 4, that you get on right away and you sign up for the time slot that will work best for you, because those will fill up quickly. And if you don't get on there and assign yourself one, then I have to get on there and assign you one. And I'm not aware of people's schedules, so you might end up with a time that will not work the best for you. So please just make sure that you get on and that you work through that. All right, if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me, and I look forward to this class with you.